I want to move from that to talking about higher education, because in addition to these cuts in K through 12, we had very serious cuts in the CUNY and SUNY budgets. And to speak about that, I'm going to call up Phil Smith, president of UUP.
Thank you, Karen. Ladies and gentlemen, fortunately, we live in a world today where everybody has an opportunity. People of color are found in the highest levels of business. We have a president who's an African American. We have recently a Hispanic member of the Supreme Court. These are all marvelous opportunities, and in business and other aspects of our lives, we find people of color and people from the minority community are being given more and more opportunities. What is the common feature here? And the common feature is education. We have to provide proper funding for education for our K through 12 students as well as our higher ed students. Today, coincidentally, we have about 150 UUPers and students here in the halls of the legislature advocating for proper funding. And I'd like to just introduce three of the folks who are here today. Rita Eugene is here, Yosef Andrew, they are students, and Karen Kotria is a former EOP student and now a faculty member. And they are from Farmingdale. And we have students from all across the state who are with us. In the past 24 months, higher education has been cut over $800 million. So we're talking here about the City University of New York, the State University of New York, and our respective community colleges. If the governor's budget cuts proposed go through, SUNY will be facing a total of $562 million cut in just the last 2 years. This is decimating to the university. And as Karen has pointed out, we are all very disappointed to read the Senate's budget resolution, which was published yesterday. In that resolution, there is a point where they are accepting the governor's cut to the State University of New York, and to add insult to injury, they're asking for an additional $15.4 million of cuts to, quote, university-wide programs, unquote. These are not specified. But in the past, EOC and EOP, our two premier opportunity programs, especially for people of color, have been cut to the bone. Just this past year, over 17,000 students were turned away. We can't allow that to be acceptable to anybody. We can't allow it to stand. We must speak up as citizens of the state of New York. Enough is enough. Our children, our futures belong to the children, and as adults, we are depending upon them to carry the torch onward and upward. So we need your support. The citizens have to band together and tell the legislature, enough is enough. This is a tough economic time, but we can't be taking away the dreams of the students and the people of our communities who are the most vulnerable. Thank you.
I just want to point out as well that within the report there are some specific examples and stories that relate to each of these issues. So on higher education, there's a story from Juan Liu from the Coalition for Asian American Children and Families talking about his experience at CUNY and how important it is for him to be able to graduate from CUNY and what these cuts can mean in terms of preventing that graduation from happening. And throughout the report there's some different examples where people talk specifically to how it affects them.